ITV, certainly the best. ITV, certainly the best.
The man went out to bring in thugs to come and beat her.
Yeah.
In a situation like that, do you think women would have seen that and still want to speak?
Bully, we're talking
That's
about.
what I said. So
that's-
when they bullied her,
Yeah.
now, if she's not bold enough, she will shut up.
What is your advice for girls out there that are so desperate to be married?
We women, we have to be really intense.
ITV, certainly the best.
All right, thank you so much for joining us on the program Woman to Woman. I'm Adesuwa Sawage, and today on the program we want to look at prioritizing yourself as a woman, prioritizing yourself as a woman. Suffice to say, let the woman breathe. You know, a lot of women do so much more than they can handle, and just because they are women, they just keep going. A woman can be doing 5 things at the same time. She multitasks, and at the end of the day, what does she get for it? Sometimes nothing. Other times she may be rewarded, and all of this most often in time goes without commendation. And this is telling on the woman. In this 2026, a woman should brace. Just because a woman is a wife or a woman is a daughter, a woman is just a woman, does not mean she should be a beast of burden. So that's what we want to talk about today on the program Woman to Woman. I already have Favor Eniye Omorege in the house. She is a nurse, a pastor, a counselor, a lecturer at the College of Nursing Sciences, University of Benin Teaching Hospital. And she's a woman you want to meet, particularly when you need that person to talk to you about something you don't really want to let out. but she is one of those few persons that you can talk to. They promote you now, so
good. Thank you very much. Good afternoon. Nice being with us this evening. Happy New Year once again.
Okay, thank you. And hopefully Dorcas will be able to join us via Zoom. We're trying to fix one or two things right now. Dorcas Onoga is a counselor, a PR practitioner, and she's going to be joining us via Zoom from Benin City. All right, Favor, let's go to our topic now. You know, prioritizing yourself as a woman, let the woman breathe, is a lot. So, how does prioritizing oneself, what does it mean to you as a woman, prioritizing yourself?
When we talk about prioritizing ourselves as women, it's talking about you putting yourself first, you know, acquiring some importance to yourself as a woman, seeing yourself as very, very important. Important enough to be first than being second. So when we're looking at prioritizing yourself as a woman, we're looking at you setting boundaries, having limits to care for yourself before you look at any other thing or any other person. Putting yourself first at every point in time, irrespective of what the society says, what the people around you says. Put yourself first as a woman. Consider yourself before others. Even the Bible says that you should love your neighbor as yourself. So love yourself first. Before you talk about your husband, before you talk about your children, before you talk about siblings and the society.
Okay, will that not make a woman look selfish? Because the kind of training that most of us got is this fact that you should take care of your family when you're married, you take care of your children, you take care of the husband, you take care of the in-laws, you take care of everybody around you, and then you now end up being the last person on the list. So how can a Nigerian woman, when Edo State Nanabe, so how can a Nigerian woman, an Edo woman, put herself first? Because we often put others first, like you rightly mentioned, before ourselves at any cost. No matter what, you put others first for. So what are the things we should do specially to make sure that we put ourselves first? How can we do that? How can we achieve that?
One of the things we should do as women to put ourselves first is, first and foremost, you should have time to rest. Have time for rest. Set your priorities. You know, when you arrange activities that you have, which suits you best? Okay. You know, don't always look at the one that suits A first, or what will others say. No. Avoid perfectionism by all means. You know, women would like to be perfect, doing everything in a perfect way. No. What suits you? What's okay with you? Not what Mr. A thinks. Not what other person thinks about you.
But you know, we strive on that issue. We listen to what people say.
Lord.
What will people say? What will society say? How will society judge us? How will the church judge us? You know, things like that.
Very well. In this new year, I want to beg us as women, if we must set ourselves as priorities, then look beyond what people say. Whether you like it or not, people will definitely talk. No. So knowing that people will definitely talk, you should consider yourself before considering any other person. All right. How do you do this? Set your boundaries. Have, you know, timelines on what you want to do, how you intend to achieve them, without unnecessarily pressurizing yourself. Don't put yourself under any pressure.
A lot of women have set that boundaries you've been talking about.
Okay.
A lot of women have. And a lot of women will continue to set that boundaries. But it gets to a point in that woman's life that that boundaries they are set, they cross it over by themselves. They shift it aside. And it is because of, what will my in-laws say if she's a married woman? What will that, it's like society have kind of set these invisible rules that a woman follows stricto sensu. How do we deal with the issue of society? And how can a woman, like, just dust your ears, grow a thick skin? It's easier said than done. True. You know, easier said than done. So how can a woman set that boundaries for herself? ignoring whatever the society is going to say. It's even your husband that will judge you first.
Abi.
It's even the husband that will
Very
judge
well,
first.
it starts from the judgment starts from the house,
See,
from the home.
When did all this one start? You know, so how can that woman set that boundary, hold it and own it and say, look, this is boundary, this is me time, don't cross it?
Fine. One of the ways to set these boundaries and own it is, you know, delegate duties. It's not compulsory you must do it. What's important is some of these things should be done. It's not compulsory, it has to be you. Delegate duties. You know, learn to allow other persons do some of these things that
what
you
if
think
you don't have
should.
those other persons to do those things? What do you do?
Then
You know,
have
like
it.
in some homes, some men would never accept their wives to have maids.
True.
All right?
Very well.
So how can that woman delegate? Before you answer that question, let's quickly meet Dorcas. Dorcas, how are you doing? Hello, Dorcas.
Hello, good afternoon. I'm sure you can hear me now.
I can hear you very well.
Good
Thank you for
afternoon.
joining us.
Thank you for having me on the show today. Happy to be
Okay.
here.
Yeah. So we're looking at you and I as women, how to prioritize ourselves first, because we are used to putting every person first before ourselves. We think ourselves last. A woman is sick, and some other persons are sick around
She
her.
take
She
care
wants
of
to
the
deal
other
with those
one
that are
first.
sick
Yes,
first before she
before
remembers
themselves.
herself. She usually jettisons her own self-care.
Self-care.
So what does prioritizing oneself mean to you as a woman, Dorcas?
As a woman, prioritizing yourself, it will give you the atmosphere for growth, to give you the space for grace, not pressure. It means creating the mental, emotional, and physical space for authentic development. This isn't about isolation, but about intentional honoring yourself, making yourself comes first. Prioritizing yourself, making yourself to know that these are the things I should do and set boundaries for yourself, just as the first guest has said. It makes you to establish a non-negotiable thing to work with. It means practical strategic withdrawal for certain things that drains you. It means reclaiming your narrative about things. Don't listen to what people have to say, but what you think is best for you. Making yourself comes first. Make yourself
A huge
come
question.
first. Yes.
How can we stop listening to what people say?
How
Because
can we
we-
let people
Yes, how can we, you know, build ourselves to stop listening to what people say and just do things that is good for us?
You see, in this life, if we want to do things that pleases people, you will displease yourself. The boundaries are the limits you set to protect your energy, time, emotions, and value. They are not words to keep people out, but gates you control, letting in what serves you and filtering out what drains you. So for you to be able to set boundaries for yourself, you have to have self-awareness. Who are you? What are the things that drains you? What are the things that energizes you? So it's not left for you to decide which to follow. If you want to prioritize yourself, then you go for the ones that energizes you. So how do you feel? Do you feel resentful? Whatever it is, if anybody is crossing your boundary, how do you handle it? So when you are able to identify your core value, then you'll be able to protect what matters most to you as a woman.
Well,
Which is
will that
your-
not be like you're being selfish? Because in trying to create time for self-care and own your own space,
No,
focus
no.
on those things that energizes you, and then discard all of those that drain you, would that not look
No,
like
no,
the
no.
woman is being selfish
No,
and self-centered?
No. Setting boundaries is self-respect and not selfishness. You have to recognize the fact that you cannot pour out from an empty cup. You have to be full for you to be able to fill others. So prioritizing yourself gives you that room to be able to develop yourself and make yourself full before you can put into others, because you cannot feed from an empty cup.
Okay.
You understand? So you cannot feed from an empty cup. So you have to be full yourself. You want to understand that healthy boundary actually improves our relationship. So with that, you have to set that boundary that gives you that atmosphere to create healthy relationship.
Okay, thank you, Dorcas. All right, and let me come back to you now. You were going to give me an answer to the question I asked. So how do we do it? What are the tips? What are those secret things you need to tell us today on how to, because you are talking about setting boundaries. Dorcas is saying setting boundaries, discard all of those things that drain you, concentrate on positive energy and all of that. So how do we achieve it? To say it is so easy and cheap, you know, without sounding like a motivational speaker, how do we get it?
One of the ways is pamper yourself, as simple as it sounds. Pamper yourself.
Okay.
You know, give yourself a treat. Rather than always be self-confidence. Be confident in yourself, to know yourself well enough to know when you have gotten or you are approaching your boundaries. You know, sometimes when we are talking about these setting boundaries, we do assume that we have done our boundary setting and we go crossing it. Why? Because we don't even value ourselves. When you add some little value to yourself as a woman, you will for sure want to keep yourself healthy, want to be fine. You know, if the best way to be there for others is to first be there for yourselves, for yourself rather. When you are there for yourself, you are strong enough to wage others when they need your support. But if you are not strong, you've not taken care of yourself, then you are going to be as good as a very weak pillar without strength. So strengthen yourself from within first. By so doing, you'll be setting for some very beautiful boundaries. And also, another thing is take out time to rest. Take out time to sleep. Take out time to drink water. Take enough fluid. Address yourself. Be well. Go for medical checkups. You know, all of these. By so doing, you are setting boundaries. You are helping yourself so that others will not cross your boundaries. If you tell somebody by 10 a.m., this is what I do, this is my schedule, and by 10 a.m., you don't want disturbance, put your phone on flight mode. Another challenge that we have as women is our phones. You know, you can say you are setting boundaries and you're always on the screen, you know, chatting, sending messages, and the person you told you had boundary will be wondering, I see my wife that says she's setting boundary. She's been online since morning. I bet mother come and cook Joe, you know, and all of that. Why? Because you've not respected your boundary. Respect your boundary before you start looking for others that are going to respect your boundary.
Okay, we'll take a very short break here. When we come back, we'll continue and, of course, end the show. Do stay with us. just going through my mind when that advert was on, prioritizing yourself, prioritizing self-care and all of that. I'm just wondering how many women will take our time to like break that circle. Prioritize yourself. Come to this couples classic. Even though it's that couples classic, you can actually come alone. That's why you should be able to earn your own money and, you know, flex with it. That's one of the things you should indulge in. If you know they earn money, you know the answer. So just find time to come and unwind at the couples classic. I'm expecting you, Favor. And right. Dorcas, I'm also expecting you. All right, moving on. It's been said that women are the problems of women. But is it possible for a woman to help another woman to prioritize herself, prioritize self-care? Is it possible, Favor?
Very well.
How?
Very, very well. As women, we can prioritize ourselves and assist or help our neighbors, our fellow women, prioritize themselves.
How?
How? Counseling.
Okay.
You have a friend that is worked up. You just know that this person is just at the verge of breaking down. Talk the person out of that problem. You can help by counseling, encourage, motivate these persons. You know, so what they are doing that they are doing right, praise them. Praise the little effort you see these people putting in. You know, don't join the male folks. Don't join other persons to castigate women. That's words. Women are enemies of women. In a lot of ways, you can look around in our society. Women, we have a way of fighting ourselves, and it's not the best. When you just bring an issue that concerns a woman to the media, you see women flocking in and, you know, they want to crucify her, crucify her. But in the midst of that, let's see the strength of every woman around us. Okay. And help uphold their strength. When you help the woman close to you uphold her strength, you know, you are helping prioritize that particular woman. And she starts seeing the gold in her and wants to cherish it and keep it. But at the time you join the cultural norms and everything to bring her down, she was like, if I go now, they will join my husband. If I go, they will say the husband is always right. So there's no need. But sometimes let's learn to tell ourselves the truth. Learn to encourage your fellow woman.
All right, thank you for that. Dorcas, you know, there are some women who are very busy. Very busy. Even when they are not working, they are busy. Doing house chores is not an easy task. But some persons see it as ordinary. Is it not just to do this or to do that? But it's a very serious business. So how can a busy woman fit into this self-care business that we have brought this afternoon to every woman out there? How can a busy woman whose schedule is very tight, how can she bring out time for that her tight schedule to enjoy prioritizing herself or to have that me time?
Okay. For that, I'll talk about SWOT analysis here. Know yourself. Know your strengths, your weakness, opportunities, and threats.
Okay.
So I will say we should take two here, which is this: your strengths and your opportunity. What are the things that you will do that will strengthen you, like I have earlier mentioned? So these are the things you should focus yourself in. How do you plan your day? What are the things that you do that gives you energy, that makes you to have joy and satisfaction? These are the things you should concentrate on. Then we talk about your opportunities. What are the opportunities out there? The opportunities that will make you to improve on yourself. The opportunity that will create the room for you, despite your busy schedule, to still have fun for yourself as a woman, that will in turn bring satisfaction to you. So you go for those opportunities in your busy schedule. You can say, oh, once in a week, this and these are the things I will be doing. I will be joining this conference. I will be holding this meeting that is going to take place. I will be attending this meeting. So by so doing, you are creating time for yourself. You are fulfilling your work as a woman. Despite your busy schedule, you also be able to cope all through. I mean, you make sure that both sides, no one suffers. You are able to give out that which is required of you to give out, and at the same time, you are able to satisfy yourself as a woman. by knowing your strengths and your
Thank you,
opportunities.
Dorcas. We're pressed for time. All right, Favor, what's your parting statement now or parting sentence to our men who are watching this program, who have women who work from dawn to dusk without taking rest? What's their involvement in all of this? Because they must be involved.
Yes, they have
So
to be involved.
it's just one sentence, please.
Our men, please encourage your women. Make them happy.
Okay.
A happy woman will prolong your life and make your children healthy children too.
Okay, Dorcas, what's yours?
The men should try as much as possible to support the women. Money is not everything. Words of encouragement, good words, support them, acknowledging their strength, acknowledging their efforts, praising them in whatever thing they are doing to ensure that the family is moving and healthy. When you give her, when you appreciate somebody, you are able to make her to do more for the family.
All right, thank you so much, Dorcas, for finding time to be with us on the program, despite all of that you told me earlier on. Don't worry, you'll be fine, okay? So get well as soon as you can. We'll miss you on the show. And Favor, thank you so much, too, for finding time to join us. We'll see you again very soon. Woman, prioritize yourself. Learn to breathe. Bye-bye.
Thank you.